Hey everyone, we're back and it's Brokey Investing here for all of my Brokey friends that love to watch my content. Nah, I'm just fucking with you guys. We're back though with another one. And so Paldea Evolved, Paldea is exploding, and of course, I hate to even report on it. It's hitting like 270. And I wanna throw this out there for you guys. Well, every other YouTubers navigating the ship saying, hey, buy Paldea, buy Paldea. I mean, it's not a terrible set, don't get me wrong. But I really think Twilight is going to shine way better than Paldea. Way better chase cards. Just a way better setup in general. You know me, I'm still a Sword and Shield, pretty much more than anything. But I still think, yeah, compared to Paldea, Twilight is still a screaming pickup. I'm actually going to hopefully pick up a few booster boxes myself. But, basically all this stuff's going to go up. I mean, pretty much every booster box you're going to look at, it'll be more expensive at some point. So, that's just my advice and how to look at things, basically. But anyway, so I want to get into my next topic. And I was watching a video today where a guy was like talking about this like fat, overweight fucking chick with 5 kids. And she managed to get some guy that's making $250K a year that's paying all of her bills. And like if shit like that's going on, the dating market's like pretty cooked. Like even like 30 plus, 40 plus year old chicks that have messed up multiple times, and don't really learn anything from their mistakes, pretty much get bailed out still. When if you're a man and make one mistake, you're pretty much cooked. And you get, like no second chances. Like that's pretty much how life is. But, like guys, this simping for women and spending like hundreds of thousands of dollars on a chick with 5 damn kids that doesn't give a fuck about you, and just being their slaves, period, is just not the way to do things. And, like we're witnessing like a moral corruption of society where there's no really good parents because, like, basically, like look around, every Western woman is pretty much undateable at this point, you know, like especially long term, like they're pretty much they're pretty much cooked, like their expectations are through the roof. Their like realities are wild and they keep getting bailed out of it so they don't have to realize like, oh wow, if I fuck up, like my life goes to shit, so like it's almost not even doing them a service. um like these dudes that like are spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on them, it's just like, like even like no offense to women, but like even the fat ugly chicks that are like way out of shape and have 5 kids that have fucked up all the time, that like think they're worth way more than what they are. Like some people out there are still going for it, and it's still a big thing. And that gets me to the point of this video. A guy made, complaining about that he knew a waitress with 5 kids, and it was just like, he said he wouldn't even smash her, like even if he was desperate. And she landed some simp, basically some sucker given, 250K, like a year to her, like he's like, oh, fucking making at least 400K a year. Like it's just crazy, you know, like that she's able to land someone like that when even like a successful dude can't land no fucking chick making 250K a year, like let alone a chick with 5 kids that has a bad attitude. And like sometimes, like the world can't, you can't be coddled by the world like that because it'll like turn you into like being very ungrateful and expecting it from the world, and it's just not a good thing. But you know, but another thing is like one of my friends, she like started an OnlyFans, and like the dudes in the comments are just like so desperately simping, like it's just like pathetic, they're like, you're an artist, and it's like, no, it's just a chick showing her body off. Like she's not a fucking artist, bro. I mean, but it's like whatever, I'm rooting for her, like just because she's one of my friends. But it's like, damn, like it's just pathetic how things are. The dating market is officially cooked. Like all markets are cooked. The dating market's cooked. The housing market's cooked. Like I was showing, even the Pokemon market's cooked. Even though there's still like room to make money in Pokemon, but and like room for definitely like good buys. But I was showing my friend the Pokemon market that hasn't really seen it in like 3 years. He's seen it go up like about a year ago, so he hasn't seen it like for real in about a year. And he's just like, dude, what? Evolving Skies cases are 12K? Like, he's like, well, what about Fusion? Because he remembers seeing like Fusion for like 800 a case, and it's like Fusion's like fucking 5K, 5,500. It's just like, and he made a good point. He's like, Pokemon has became like a rich man's game, essentially. Like, and I'm like, yeah, you're pretty much right. Like, and it's crazy that it's like that, but that's just kind of how it happens. But at the same time, it's really not a super rich man's game because like, you can rip packs cheap. You can still buy loose packs of like Fusion for $10, or like so you can rip shit, if you want to. But as far as booster boxes go, yeah, like it's absolutely went nuts. So that's another reason why my point is if you are investing, why booster boxes are good to fuck with. But you know, yeah, it's just wild. Like all the markets are just officially kind of cooked. Everything's overpriced, like food, pussy, fucking Pokemon, houses, like everything. Like literally everything is just like cooked. Like the future sucks ass. To be totally honest, like it's definitely insane. Um, where we're headed, who knows? But I pretty much think we're just headed to it getting a lot worse. You know what I mean? Like I don't know. Like that's just my opinion of it. Let me know what you guys think. But it's just like yeah, everything is just straight cooked, and there's just no accountability. There's no like anyone that's gonna come in and like fix it. And it's just like, are we just like witnessing degenerate shit at this point? Like because like most chicks have gone straight like into pure just degenerate mode of like they're fucking partying all the time or gambling all the time, banging as many people as they can. Like I don't know, the Pokemon market's gotten in degenerate mode. Like everything's just went like pure degen, bro, and it's just like an insane time to be alive, an insane time to be in Pokemon, and just I don't know, it's an insane time in general. Um, yeah, but that's pretty much all I have for this video. Oddly, Fusion Strike kind of went back down slightly. It was at like almost 6K a case. Now it went back down to 5K. I don't know how long that'll last though. So if you do want to get in on Fusion, TCG Player does have one case for 5K. So that's your choice. I would still say go with chilling. But that's just my opinion. But or Twilight Masquerade or Paldare. But I would still just get Twilight. But yep, that's pretty much still my advice. But yeah, the Pokemon market and life has just went like pure like degen mode. you know, like everyone's so hyped up on fucking booster boxes that it's just like they have kind of no choice but to get super expensive. But like I said, it happens over time no matter what. So what can you do? But yeah, it's just like watching the world go crazy and just standing back and you know smoking one and just being like, holy hell, things are fucking crazy, like absolute insanity. Anyway, that's all we have for this video, guys. Hope you enjoyed this one. Yeah, let me know what you think about the world situation. It's crazy, like it's impossible to, keep a chick happy at this point and satisfied, like money wise, because they're always wanting more shit, vacations and shit. I was joking around talking to a chick online the other day, and she's like, I'm like, what do you do for fun? She's like, oh, vacations. I'm like, yeah, of course. Of course. Like, of course you just love vacations, Like, they just love blowing money, you know? It's just insane. It's like, oh, so if I get with you, I'm basically just your fucking slave, They're like, you're my slave, bitch. You know? I don't know. Anymore, I just don't look like at the fun in anything in life anymore. Like, none of it is fun anymore. Like, and that's coming from being pretty successful, saying that, like, nothing in life is, like, enjoyable or fun anymore. I don't know. Maybe it's just I'm depressed. Like I don't know. I don't know what it is, but or just the world's fucked. But it's definitely it's depressing to watch. Like OnlyFans chicks being considered as like Mona Lisa paintings. Like I don't know. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think though. The world's pretty fucking crazy. Anyway, that's all we have for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll be back with another one tomorrow. That's the night talk.